one crack and it falls through.
Tom, what are you doing?
Looking for a key.
Where have you been all this time?
I've been at the movies.
All this time at the movies?
It was a very long program. There was a Garbo picture and a Mickey Mouse and a travelogue and a newsreel and a preview of coming attractions. And there was an organ solo and a collection for the milk fund, which simultaneously ended up in a terrible fight between an usher and a fat lady.
Did you have to sit through everything?
Of course. And oh, I forgot. There was a big stage show. The headliner in the stage show was Mavolia the Magician. He performed wonderful tricks, many of them such as pouring water back and forth between pitchers. First it turned into wine, and then it turned into beer, and then it turned into whiskey. I know it was whiskey it finally turned into because he needed somebody to come up from the audience to help him. I came up, both shows. It was Kentucky straight bourbon. A very generous fellow. He gave me souvenirs. He gave me this magic scarf. You can have it, Laura. You wave it over the canary cage and a bowl of goldfish. You wave it over the goldfish bowl and they fly away canaries. But the most wonderfulest trick of all was the coffin trick. We nailed him to a coffin and he got out of the coffin without removing one nail. There's a trick that would come in handy for my 2x4 situation.
Tom, shh.
What are you shushing me for?
Your wake-up mother.
Goody goody, pay her back for all those rise and shines. You know, it didn't take much intelligence to get yourself into a nailed-up coffin, Laura. But who in the hell ever got himself out of one without removing one nail? I'll rise, but I won't shine.
Laura, tell your brother's coffee's ready.
Tom, it's nearly 7. Don't make Mother nervous. Tom, speak to Mother this morning. Make up with her. Apologize. Speak to her.
She won't to me. It's her that started not speaking.
If you just say sorry, she'll speak to you.
Her not speaking, is that such a tragedy?
Please, please.
Laura, are you going to do what I asked you to do, or do I have to get dressed and go out myself?
Going. As soon as I get my coat on. Butter and what else?
Just butter. Tell him to charge it.
Mother, they make such faces when I do that.
16 stones can break our bones, but the expression on Mr. Garfinkel's face won't harm us. Tell your brother's coffee's getting cold.
Will you do what I asked you? Will you, Tom?
Laura, go or just don't go at all.
Going.
Laura!
I'm alright. I just slipped, but I'm alright.
If anyone breaks a leg on those fire escape steps, the landlord ought to be sued for every cent he possesses.
Mother, I apologize. I'm sorry for what I said, for everything that I said. I didn't mean it.
My devotion has made me a witch, and so I make myself hateful to my children.
No, you don't.
I worry so much, don't sleep. It makes me nervous.
I understand that.
I've had to put up a solitary battle all these years, but you're my right hand. Bauer, don't fall down, don't fail.
I try, Mother.
Try and you will succeed. Why, you're just full of natural endowments. Both of my children, they're unusual children. Don't you think I know it? I'm so proud, happy, and I feel like so much to be thankful for. But promise me one thing, son.
What, Mother?
Promise me, son, you'll never be a drunkard.
I will never be a drunkard, Mother.
That's what frightened me so, that you'd be drinking. Eat a bowl of Purina.
Just coffee, Mother.
Shredded wheat biscuit.
No, thank you.
You can't put a day's work on an empty stomach. You've got 10 minutes. Don't go. Drinking too hot liquids makes cancer of the stomach. Put cream in.
No, thank you.
To cool it.
No, thank you. I want it black.
I know, but it's not good for you. We have to do all that we can to build ourselves up. In these trying times we live in, all that we have to do is cling to is each other. That's why it's so important to, Tom, I sent out your sister so I could discuss something with you. If you hadn't spoken, I would have spoken to you.
What is it, Mother, that you want to discuss?
Laura.
Oh, Laura.
You know how Laura is. So quiet, but still, water runs deep. She notices things, and I think she broods about them. A few days ago, I came in and she was crying.
What about?
You.
Me?
She has an idea that you're not happy here.
What gave her that idea?
What gives her any idea? However, you do act strangely. I'm not criticizing, understand that. I know your ambitions do not lie in the warehouse, that like everybody in the whole wide world, you've had to make sacrifices. But Tom, life's not easy. It calls for Spartan endurance. There's so many things in my heart that I can't describe to you. I've never told you, but I loved your father.
I know that, Mother.
And you, when I see you taking after his ways, staying out late, and while you had been drinking that night, you were in that terrifying condition. Laura says that you hate the apartment, and that you go out nights to get away from it. Is this true, Tom?
No. You said there's much in your heart that you can't describe to me. That's true of me, too. There's so much in my heart that I can't describe to you, so let's respect each other's...
But why? Why, Tom, are you always so restless? Where do you go tonight?
I go to the movies.
Why do you go to the movies so much, Tom?
I go to the movies because I like adventure. Adventure is something I don't have much at work, so I go to the movies.
But Tom, you go to the movies entirely too much.
I like a lot of adventure.
Most young men find adventure in their careers.
Then most young men are employed at the warehouse.
The world is full of young men employed in warehouses and offices and factories.
Do all of them find adventure in their careers?
They do or they do without it. Not everybody has a craze for adventure.
Man is by instinct a lover, a hunter, a fighter, and none of these instincts are given much play at the warehouse.
Man is by instinct. Don't quote instinct to me. Instinct is something that people have got away from. It belongs to animals. Christian adults don't want it.
What do Christian adults want then, Mother?
Superior things, things of the mind and the spirit. Only animals have to satisfy instincts. Surely your aims are somewhat higher than theirs, than monkeys and pigs.
I reckon they're not.
You're joking. However, that isn't what I wanted to discuss.
I haven't much time.
Sit down. You have 5 minutes. I want to talk about Laura.
Do you want me to punch in red at the warehouse, Mother? All right, what about Laura?
You have to be making some plans and provisions for her. She's older than you, 2 years, and nothing has happened. She just drifts along doing nothing. It frightens me how she drifts along.
I guess she's the type that people call homegirls.
There's no such type, and if there is, it's a pity. That is unless the home is hers with the husband.
What?
Oh, I can see the handwriting on the wall as plain as I see the nose in front of my face. It's terrifying. More and more you remind me of your father. He was out all hours without explanation, then left, goodbye, and me with the bag to hold. I saw that letter you got from the Merchant Marine. I know what you're dreaming of. I'm not standing here blindfolded. Very well then. Then do it, but not till there's somebody to take your place.
What do you mean?
I mean, that is as soon as Laura's got somebody to take care of. Married, a home of her own, independent. Why, then you'll be free to go wherever you please, on land, on sea, whichever the way the wind blows you. But until that time, you've got to look out for your sister. I don't say me because I'm old and don't matter. Say for your sister because she's young and dependent. I put her in business college, a dismal failure, fighting her so it made her sick at the stomach. I took her over to the Young People's League at the church, another fiasco. She spoke to nobody, nobody spoke to her. Now all she does is fool with those pieces of glass and play those worn out records. What kind of thought is that for a girl to lead?
What can I do about it?
Overcome selfishness. Self, self, self is all that you ever think of.
I'm too late to...
Tom, I haven't said what I have in mind to ask you.
Mother.
Down at the warehouse, aren't there any nice young men?
What?
There must be some. Find out one that's clean living, doesn't drink, and ask him for your sister. For sister to meet, to get acquainted.
Oh my gosh.
Will you? Will you, dear?
Yes.
Alla Cartwright, this is Amanda Wingfield. How are you, honey? How is that kidney condition? Horrors. You're a Christian martyr. Yes, honey, that's what you are, a Christian martyr. Well, I just now happened to notice in my little red book that your subscription to the Companion has just run out. I knew that you wouldn't want to miss out on the wonderful serial starting in this new issue. It's by Bessie Mae Hooper, the first thing she's written since Honeymoon for Three. Wasn't that a strange and interesting story? Well, this one is even lovelier, I believe. It has a sophisticated society background. It's all about the horses at a Long Island.